Hello from a very soggy central Scotland. Thanks for clicking on to the Thursday edition of Hogan's European Outlook. Yesterday it was all about the rain across the northern part of England. We've seen gusty winds coming in off the North Sea, and combine the gusty winds with the moderate to heavy persistent rainfall. It was a miserable day through the course of Wednesday. It certainly is our turn now up here across southern and central Scotland. The rain band, a canopy of heavy, steady, persistent rain, is working its way gradually north, and the temperatures underneath that rain is certainly reflecting the chilly air indeed. We've got a fairly strong northeasterly airflow through the course of today, so it's suppressing temperatures away from the coast at only 4 degrees on Cairnwell Summit, 2 on Cairngorm. Again, this is above 4,000 feet, so nothing particularly extreme there. Aviemore sitting at 9 degrees just. Glen Ogle sitting at 7 degrees. We've got Drumalbin at 9 degrees. And the high yesterday in Yorkshire at Fittingdales was only 9.9 Celsius along the Yorkshire coast. So we certainly are in a very cool, dreary late June regime. The reason why is high pressure is firmly in charge of our weather pattern, and therefore we do have the jet coming down away to the south here. So what we've got is we've got the jet stream sweeping into Iberia here, and we're underneath a cool air mass here, so a cool pool aloft. We've got low pressure within that cool pool, and therefore we're seeing fairly unsettled, miserable, non-late June-like conditions, that's for sure. As we go through the weekend, it looks as if we're going to start to relax this weather pattern somewhat. High pressure will build in ahead of the next system coming in from the Atlantic. So low pressure is firmly in charge of our pattern at the moment. During today, during tomorrow, we'll start to ease, and high pressure will introduce itself for the weekend here. So it looks as if we are going to kind of settle things down somewhat over the British Isles. But through the weekend, what we're going to start to see is we're going to see a bigger contrast between cool to the north, warm to the south. That increases the jet strength in between. And with a fairly zonal jet next week, rather than having this big dip way to the south with cold air trapped over the top of us, and with low pressure within that, keeping things cool, wet, and windy, what we're going to see is we're going to see more of a kind of northwest to southeast split next week. Weather systems kind of ripping along a little bit quicker than they have been, and the reason why is that jet is going to carry the weather over our atmosphere in a much more quick way than what we've seen at the moment. So we are going to start to see high pressure, warmer, drier conditions across the south, always that bit cooler, wetter, windier across the northwest through the course of next week. And in the early part of next week, it does look as if we are going to start to see a system piling in. So we're going to see wet and windy conditions across Scotland during the day Monday. Sunnier, warmer across the southeast. We might see 23, 24 in London and the southeast of England, while we could be talking about gale force winds in the northwest of Scotland here. This is, in fact, a way out to late next week. Let's skip back very quickly and recap on what we're talking about at the moment. So we've got the trough in place at the moment. Then we start to see a return of the jet coming in over the top of us. High pressure initially, lifting some mild air up into Scotland, settling things down. We're not as wet and windy. But then as we go from Saturday, Sunday into Monday, we've got a system coming through. Then we've got that high underneath low pressure regime here, always that bit more unsettled in the northwest, always that bit more settled and warmer, drier, brighter across the southeast of the UK. But the moral of the story is that we're going to maintain a fairly unsettled weather pattern, I think, through the first half of July here as we go forward. You can see here high pressure trying to lift into the south, low pressure always comes toppling in over the top, and we're going to continue to repeat that cycle as we go towards the middle part of the month. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Have a great Thursday, and I'll be back probably again next week. Bye for now.